What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the M1 Finance Passive Income Dividend Portfolio. Wanted to share a quick update with you guys. I know it's been a couple of days. I'm trying to get back on track. Thank you for hanging in there with me. The portfolio right now of invested capital for passive income is sitting at $33,972, $8,442 gain, up 42%. And the portfolio is actually doing pretty well. The stock market, S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, they have all been up for probably the past roughly 4 to 6 weeks. If you guys remember, we were talking about the bottom of the market, and I called this out probably about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And like I said before, I'm not all that good at calling out market bottoms or anything like that, predicting stock market crashes, but I had been observing the stock market, and with the multitude of negative news coming out, I was noticing that we were not really breaching below 29,000 points on the Dow. So we're kind of hanging around that 29,000, 30,000 point mark on the Dow. S&P 500 was holding up respectively at that point. And as more and more negative news came out, even as the Fed was increasing interest rates in light of rising CPI inflation, I was still not seeing the stock market sell off below those marks. So that was a big indicator for me that the stock market may have been done. Now, it's not like we can't continue to go further back. This might just be a head fake, but that was something that I had been observing and mentioning in previous videos. Obviously it's always best to buy stocks at the lowest price possible. Obviously that would maximize your profits. That would increase how much passive income and dividend return you could gain on any particular dividend paying stock. But so I just wanted to kind of share that information with you. I thought that that was worth mentioning. But overall, this particular M1 Finance dividend portfolio is doing pretty well. Got a lot of dividends coming in just for the start of this month. They're not super huge, but there are several different dividend payments that have come in the last 5 days. Or I should say the last 7 days technically, but just really, really happy to see that. One day I'm hoping to be able to live off of the passive income that this M1 Finance dividend portfolio generates. The total account value is $35,623. Some of that capital isn't yet deployed, but I will be deploying that capital soon. Looking at a couple of different stocks here, Realty Income Corporation, ticker symbol O, sitting at $72.76 right now. They're paying a 4.08% dividend. I really like these REITs. It's a little bit more expensive at today's price compared to where we could have gotten it even just a month ago. But I think that this is a pretty good stock. I'm probably going to pile into this one a little bit more. Solid dividend, great dividend payout history. And again, the goal is passive income. The goal is to be able to live off of the passive income the portfolio generates. And, it's all about that. It's all about fire. So aiming for fire. And so this is likely to be added. I'm going to be adding to the portfolio. I've already got some now, but I'm going to be adding more. I wanted to touch on Orchid Island Capital, ticker symbol ORC. So this stock it's paying a very aggressive 17.09% dividend. Not as confident with this one, but it is on my radar. I'm strongly considering. I just want to see exactly what this stock can it turn around? Can it turn itself around in the next couple of quarters and be a really good dividend performer? I'm not 100% confident behind this one, but it's got a really attractive yield, and I think that this actually could be a very good player in spite of the recent news that has come out regarding Orchid Island Capital. Ticker symbol ORC. Just wanted to kind of quickly share that one with you guys. I'll go more into detail on my assessment and thoughts on that one a little bit later on. This one here, Barings BDB or Barings BDC, ticker symbol BBDC, very attractive dividend yield. More confident in this one. This one's got a 9.66% yield. Very, very attractive yield. Very, very attractive buy price right now. Wanted to share this one with you guys. This one is on my radar. And this ticker symbol SACH, Sachem Capital Corp, also on my radar. Looking at the 1-year chart, this is probably about an average price for this particular company. The 1-year target estimate for this stock, and I think that this one could be a growth stock as well, growth dividend play. This one's got a dividend of 11.18%, very attractive dividend. I'm working on making my portfolio not only generate a solid amount of passive income to cover my living expenses at some point in the future, but I'm working on accumulating more growth stocks. A lot of people just kind of like tend to do one or the other, either dividend or they do growth, and I'm really trying to do both. So I don't want to only have strong income but no asset, strong asset appreciation. I want to see some capital growth. So wanted to talk to you guys briefly about Fed Governor Bowman seeing similarly sized rate hikes ahead after 3/4 point rate moves. After 3/4 point rate moves, we've just talked about the 75 basis points that the Fed recently hiked during the last Fed rate hike. Just prior to that meeting, there was 75 basis points rate hike before it. And so that was 2 back-to-back 75 basis point rate hikes. This is a historic move that we haven't seen from the Fed in probably over 30 years. Now, Fed Governor Michelle Bowman said that she supports the central bank's recent 75 percentage point rate increases and believes that they should continue until inflation is subdued. And one thing that I found very interesting, I kind of brought this up previously, is that mortgages have risen way faster than the Fed rate hikes. If you guys can remember, back in March when the first 25 basis point rate hike hit, mortgage rates had almost immediately jumped up 1 to 1.5 points. So before the first rate hike, you could have gotten a mortgage rate around high 2s to 3% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. After the first 1/4 point rate hike, mortgage rates had jumped all the way up to like anywhere from 4%, 4.25%, 4.4% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So that was anywhere from a point to a 1.5 increase on mortgage rates when the Fed only increased by 25 points. So that told me right out the bat, banks were trying to gouge people. Banks were trying to cover their butts. Banks were trying to make wider profit margins. And on the backs of, anybody looking to buy a mortgage or anyone looking to buy a house who needed a mortgage. So what I've seen recently, which is rather interesting, is that the mortgage applications have dropped off drastically. I did expect that. But in light of that, and in light of the multiple 75 basis point rate hikes, mortgage rates have been coming back. And I think that it's because mortgage companies are like, wow, we've killed our business due to our greed. Let's make a little bit narrower of a profit margin and start getting some applications and some mortgages closed. So that's what I think. I think that's what we're seeing now, because they're not making any money if nobody's coming in, no matter how wide their margin is. If they're not getting people to apply for mortgages, then what good is it, right? So just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, I just want to share those quick updates with you guys. M1 Finance portfolio is looking pretty good, sitting at 35,623. I'm looking to grow this sucker. Thank you guys so much for going on the journey with me. I hope to be on here way more frequently, way more often, giving you guys updates, keeping you guys encouraged. And let me know how you guys are doing with your dividend portfolios, your passive income journeys. Hit me up in the comments below. Drop a like for the video. Consider subscribing. See you guys on the next one.